Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I will show the branded Despia deck I have that after reaching diamond with Dark Magician I got to diamond 2 with this deck. Then I got bored and tried some more Dark Magician, then I got D-ranked diamond 3. But if I kept playing this deck, I think I would have gotten diamond 1. So anyway, let me show you the deck list. So we run one Despian Comedy. This card allows us to negate and target effect. As you can see, you will discard this card, then negate the effect that targets a Despia card. Like if they want to imperm or effect wheeler to your Alubur, you can protect your Alubur with discarding this card. But the reason I play this is not that effect. The reason I play this card is its graveyard effect, which when this card is in graveyard, as a quick effect, you can tribute one fusion monster and special summon this card. The reason why we want to use this, because if we are under skill drain or any other floodgates that we want to get rid of, or maybe opponent targets a card like an imperm or effect failure that is not an, because your fusion monsters are not an Despia monsters, so you need to tribute them. They will end up in graveyard. If they targeted it, the target is not there anymore. Or if we are under skill drain, we activate the monster's effect, then we tribute it. So skill drain will not affect our Guardian Chimera or Mirror Jade or anything. We need to tribute to play around the cards we are playing around. So it helps with that. So we run double tragedy because you either run 2 or 3. This is the regular ratios. I go with 2, you can go with 3 if you want. Then we run 3 Maxi and 3 Ash Blossom. No brainer, this is the way you have to play. You have to run these 2 cards at maximum if you can, which we can do it with Brand Despia, so we do it. Then we run 3 Ejim Chain. Then we run 2 Fallen of Albas because we want to send it with Branded Fusion from the deck. So we run 2, we don't run 3 because we usually don't want it in hand. Then we run 2 Alubur because it is limited to Alubur 2. Then we run 1 Incredible Ecclesia, the Virtues. This card can be changeable with let me show you, with Mercurier, but I don't have this card and this is a UR, so I don't want to craft it. But if you have this card, run this instead of this. If you don't, you can run Ecclesia. Or if you have the Fox, the 7 banish card. Let me see if we can see it. I don't remember the name. Okay, Fairy Tales. No, if you have this card, you can change it with this if you want to. You need at least 1 light monster to have a way to go with Branded Fusion to Albion. You don't usually go Albion with Branded Fusion, but there are times you might want to have the option to go for it. So for that reason, we run 1 Incredible Ecclesia. Or you can play Nibiru. That card is also a light monster and you can run it if you want. If it's in the hand, you can use it from the hand. If not, you can use it from the hand effect. And if you are not drawing it, then you can use it for branded fusion targets for Albion if it's necessary. And so the last monster we have is Ad Libitum of Despia. This is your recovery card when this card is used as a fusion material and sent to graveyard or banished zone. You get to summon another fusion monster that is banished or in your graveyard. We usually use this card to summon Mirror Jade because we'll get to that. But we usually use this card to summon Mirror Jade. So then we have 1 Harvest Feather Duster, 2 Polymerization, 3 Allure of Darkness because we have so much dark attribute monsters, and also the Tragedy has an effect when this card is banished or sent to graveyard by a card effect. Not cost by a card effect, so if you send this card as a cost of Lubellion's effect, you will not get the use Despia and Tragedy's effect. Then we have 2 Frightful Patchwork. This is because we run 3 Aging Chain. When we activate Frightful Patchwork, we will search Aging Chain and a Polymerization. So we run 2 Patchwork, 2 Polymerization, and 3 Aging Chain. Then we run 3 Branded Fusion because this is the combo starter, 1 cut combo standard starter. Then we run 2 Super Polymerization, then 2 Cold Buy, 1 Crossout Designator, 2 Branded Opening, 2 Branded Innerate, and 2 Evenly Matched. For the extra deck, we have 1 Madragon of the Swamp for the Super Poly target and Earth Golem Ethignister for another Super Poly target for the Sprite matchup. Then we run 1 Guilty the Gearford the Magical Steel Knight. I ran this for another Super Bowl target, but this is actually this is supposed to be another card, but I don't have it. So if you have the card, let me show you. You should go for Dragos Tapelia, yeah. If you have this card, go for it. I don't have it and I don't want to craft it, but it is an SR. If you want to craft it, you can. Definitely a much better Super Bowl target because this doesn't come easily. I mean, there are warriors like Exorcists, but they are all light attributes, so this is actually a bit hard to bring out with the current meta. So if you have Dragos Papelia, go for this card. And then we have 1 Starving Anom because Super Poly. Then double Albion, double Masquerade the Blazing Dragon, double Mirror Jade, double Lubellion, double Guardian Chimera, and 1 Despian Cross Canyon. So this is the deck. We got to Diamond 2 with this, then I de-ranked with trying some other decks. So I will try to reach with Diamond 1 with this. If I do, I will show you some more replays, but let's check the replays we have for the moment. Okay. So as you can see, we did climb with Diamond 4 to Diamond 2 with this deck. You could have seen in the replay section. Alright, so this is a Diamond 4 gameplay. And we go first, and we have the 1 cut combo with Branded Fusion, and this is going to search for Branded Internet because we have the Branded Fusion. So we will go to Lubellion with sending Despian Committee to graveyard because we have the 2 in hand. We will discard the Despian Tragedy, but as you can see, we will not get the Despian Tragedy's search effect because it was a cost. It wasn't sent by a card effect, it was a cost to activate the card effect. So anyway, we get Mirror Jade on board and we have Branded Internet set in the spell zone. So they want to mill some cards and I just want to stop them milling. So they are playing punk, and just stopping this usually stops their play, but they have another way to summon it. So I go for Guardian Chimera to pop one. So this will stop them going for their plays. And I will draw 2 cards, and this was enough to stop them. Alright, let's check another game. Alright, so we go first again. And we have branded opening, so we can go for branded fusion. We will special summon Aluber, then Aluber's effect activates. As you can see, we did discarded Despia and Tragedy as a card effect, so we will get to search ad libitum. Then we will get branded fusion. Then branded fusion will summon Rebellion by sending Despian Comedy to graveyard. We already had a Despian Tragedy in graveyard and activated its effect, so there is no reason to discard the second one. So we want to summon with Rebellion to go for Mirror Jade, but they negate it. So we set Super Poly and Fallen of Albas and end the turn. So when they summon a extra deck monster, we can go for Mirror Jade with Super Poly by sending their monster and Fallen of Albas. So they are sprites and they get the Smasher. And they summon Gigantic Sprites, so this is the moment I will summon the Mirror Jade, because when Gigantic Sprite activates its effects, I will be locked out to summon Mirror Jade, because you can only summon level 2 link 2 monsters, rank 2, level 2 link 2. So they will use Smashers to banish my Mirror Jade, so I will use Mirror Jade's effect to banish Carrot, so if they have so they will not have a level 2 monster on board, and this will stop them using Smasher's effect, because after them banishing a card from the graveyard, they have to banish level 2 monster from their field, then banish a card on my side, so this kinda stops them doing that. So alright, let's go for the third replay. So we go second, and we are facing against Sprite. So their normal summon, I just max C to profit, but they actually summon it, so they will get their full combo. Which, yeah, they have blue, so they get the full combo. They will search either starter or smasher, so they get the search starter. So they will have at least one negate, or 2 negate if they summon the negates with these 2 cards. So then I negate the starter, because negating either of these 2 is the same thing actually, so I just negate the starter. So they get the spell negate, and they will not get the at least monster negate for the turn. And yeah, 1 set cards. So we get rid of the set card with Harpy's Feather Duster. But yeah, I guess I want to bait the spell negate, so I will get the destroy this card, because I don't want this card to negate a monster effect, especially the Ecclesia, because we will summon Fallen of Albas with it. So we destroy this. Is it an imperm? It is an imperm, so yeah, that was the right play to bait the spell negate. So we summon Fallen of Albas, then we summon Mirror Jade with Sprite Elf. And then I believe I just banish Sprite Carrot, so they will not have a spell negate anymore for the duration of this duel. But I believe they run 2 carrots, so it didn't stop them having a spell negate. So in the end we get to add Ecclesia to hand and set a branded internet with, because we have Albion in the graveyard. Ecclesia is a good discard fodder for this deck, because we need to discard a lot of cards. It's Lubellion or brand opening, and this card always gets back to hand if you summon a fusion monster in the end of the turn, so you always have a discards option in the hand with this, so it helps with the consistency of the deck. Anyway, so we wanted to use the branded in red and they negated it, so they are going their Sprite Elf. And they have the, I believe, Evil Tiffin combos now. Yeah, they will draw cards, they will destroy cards. As you can see, they have the full combo with Evil Tiffins and Sprites. Now they will draw a card. Then they use Smasher. So they get rid of the Mirror Jade, and Mirror Jade's effect activates. In the end of the turn, they will lose the monsters, which is helpful because now they have an open board. So we use Tragedy's effect in the graveyard to search to get the branded in red, because we don't have the branded fusion in the graveyard. Then set 2 cards as called by the grave will help to stop them their monsters effect, because they have everything in the graveyard, but they don't have key skill in the graveyard, so I have to allow this card effect. So they go for another monster that is not in their graveyard, so I cannot negate it. But summoning the Fallen of Albas is a quick effect, so I get to summon Fallen of Albas off of Ecclesia again to go for Fallen of Albas to send their extra deck monster to summon the second Mirror Jade. Now that I have Mirror Jade, I can just attack, and whatever they summon, I just banish it, so they will not special summon the second Sprite monster in the hand. And yeah, they get this card, so I will just, when they summon it, and they don't summon it, but if they would, we would just banish it. So let's check the 4th game. So we go first, and we have some dark monsters, so we can probably play some, we can probably draw some cards with Allure of Darkness, but I have the branded fusion place, so I guess I go for this, because Fallen of Albas is kind of a card. At least Despia Comedy is a card that you want to not banish, but and we discard one of the Allure of Darkness with this, but we can banish Fallen of Albas because Rebellion can fusion summon from the banished monsters as well, so banishing the Fallen of Albas is not loss for us. So we draw 2 cards, and we did, I guess I did discard Thespian Comedy. I don't know what I was thinking in the game. Maybe I wanted to keep Fallen of Albas because I have branded in red, so I can, if I lose Mirror Jades, I can summon it with Fallen of Albas or something like that. Or I didn't feel like that I needed the comedy because comedy helps when you are playing against skill drain or floodgates like that. So maybe I thought I wasn't going to get any of them, so I just discarded it. I banished it. So anyway, I did summon Chimera with branded in red, and then chain blocked the Chimera with the Ad libitum and tragedy. So if they have Ash Blossom, they will not negate my Guardian Chimera. So I can get rid of the Adamant Spider monsters because they will want to mill their deck, and I don't want them to mill their deck. I don't want them to get to the Block Dragon. So I just stop everything they do, but they still get to play one Adamant Spider. But lucky for us, they don't get anything important from their excavating effect. So because of that, their connection fails. Let me check the opponent's deck. So yeah, they want to dish this card out, and yeah, we did all of the plays to just stop them activating their adamant spider effects. We destroyed them, we banished them, but they still got to summon the researcher. At that moment, it was, it's the 60 card deck, so it was, the luck was on our side. But we did stop them excavating 10 more cards, so there is that too. So let's check the last game. This is really a strong tank if you want to give it a go. This is not the, I mean, we don't play branded lost, we don't play the field spell, but this is the full gas no break version of the deck. So if you like this, give it a try. This is really a strong tank for the Master Duel at the moment. Anyway, so we do get to search branded fusion to summon Rebellion, so we will get to summon Mirror Jade. Then yeah, we summon Mirror Jade. They did play Dimension Shifter, so everything goes to Banished Zone, but as I mentioned earlier, Rebellion can fusion summon using from banished monsters, so we get to use that. They did evenly matched us, so we lost some good cards, but we kept Mirror Jade on the board, so we still have opening to summon Oliver. We didn't special summon it, we normal summoned it because we don't have any other normal summon, and I want to have the 18,000 attack point to deal damage. So then I went for Bandit Fusion, then they negated it, the Ash Blossom, so I just attack and attack to deal damage. And I have Branded in red in the hand, so I can summon Guardian Chimera if it's necessary. I have disruptions for the opponent, and I have Ash Blossom to negate the to special summon from the deck, so they will not go for the Exorcisters extra deck monsters. So yeah, this is the deck they were playing. So yeah, this card will get them summon 2 monsters from the deck, and they were going to summon probably Michaelis to start banishing us. So yeah, that was the gameplay. I hope you liked it. If you did, consider to like and subscribe. Have a nice day.